In this video tutorial we are going to explain step-by-step volume profile, how this histogram is created, elements and structure of this indicator, and how to use it in your trading. There are two ways of observing the total volume transactions in any market. As a spot forex trader, you can tap into tick volumes as an accurate visual representation of the total traded volume in the x-axis, which would then make your analysis be based on time. Alternatively, you can carry out your volume study through the vertical y-axis, in which case, you are analyzing the total activity based on price levels. It is this latter study, what volume profile is about. It's a histogram of the amounts bought and sold at specific price levels as opposed to specific times. Here it is a visual explanation, how this histogram is created. Each candle represents a volume in x-axis. Once again, the volume profile study the activity based on price level. This is why we are going to simplify the candlestick with a line that shows only price level. We are doing this only for explanation reasons. Then we are going to project each volume in x-axis to y-axis. Next step is merging all these volumes in a single histogram. This process is like Tetris game. The finished result is the same as indicator on TradingView, even though our model was created manually. Our graphical model and TradingView indicator. Concept of market profile was created at Chicago Board of Trade by trader Peter Stiegelmeier and first published during the 1980s as CBOT product, but it is also known as a price histogram. The volume profile is also known as a volume histogram. Basically it shows, in histogram format, how much time or volume the market spends at each price point. Imagine a pennant with prices going up the pole, or axis, of the pennant. The shape of the pennant is determined entirely by the price action during the market. If the market covered a large range and did not spend much time at any particular price point, the pennant would be long and blunt, round and pointless. If the market covered a small range and spent a long time at a given price point, then the pennant would be wide and sharp. The point of control. This is the point of a pennant or histogram, the one place where the market spends the most amount of time on any given day. Sometimes a histogram can have two or more points, but typically it has only one. The point can be sharp or pointless. This is a useful piece of information because it represents the point or price zone where the market was most comfortable trading during a given day. Human nature being what it is, we tend to like to return to areas of comfort. If you went to a restaurant and enjoyed the food there, chances are you would go back. And chances are that if you were driving by it and happened to be hungry, you would stop. Traders do the same thing with the point of control, POC. The closer the market moves to a previously comfortable price point, the more certain you can be that it will actually go there. It refers to the area in the chart with the most traded volume activity. This is by far the most relevant area you want to monitor, as it can help to define the placement of your stops or the areas in the chart where you might find the most pristine entry levels. The highest concentrated area of volume for a particular period of time, we will call it POC or point of control, and you will be surprised how many times it acts as a wall on a retest. Traders tend to factor this in as an area of support or resistance. The Virgin point of control. The Virgin POC, or VPC, is a term that I came up with to define a point of control that is untouched, that the market has not yet revisited. It's like a new watering hole that no animal has drunk from. The logic is that people, unlike animals, tend to be drawn to known areas of comfort that nobody else has been back to yet. It's why skiers flock to their favorite slopes after a fresh snowfall. They know the area, and they know that the snow there will be fresh and virgin. The strength of a VPC is much greater than a normal POC, and, as such, it is more dependable as an indicator. High volume nodes, HVN. Subsequences in the chart with high volume activity. While not as powerful nor symbolic as the POC, the HVN is also a powerful area, as it also represents increased trading activity. Value area, VA. The range of price levels in which a specified percentage of all volume was traded. By default, the industry standards tend to be 70%. As a pioneer range enters and explores a new territory of lower prices, it may quickly encounter responsive buyers. Responsive buyers are long-term traders that are attracted to the market when they see a bargain. As the pioneer range drops to a level that is attractive to these long-term traders, they will quickly pounce on and buy these bargain prices, in much the same way that shoppers might jump at significantly reduced items on sale at a retail store. Once this activity takes place, the market announces that the pioneer range has discovered an area where prices are considered to be at an unfair low. These low prices are quickly accepted and snatched up by the buyers, resulting in a single print buying tail. A buying tail indicates the presence of aggressive buyers in the market at that price level, at that point in time. The longer the tail, the greater the bargain. The longer the buying tail, the greater the conviction of the buyer or buyers at that price level. The market will frequently return to test these bargain levels to determine if the buyers are still as aggressive and as interested as they were in the past. The market have good memory, and this example shows how price bounce after touches this buying tail. When a pioneer range enters a price area where prices are rejected by market participants and considered to be at an unfair high, you will observe that sellers will eagerly step into the market. The sellers will be ready to supply the market and sell as much as they can at these unfair high prices. The aggressive response of the sellers creates the selling tail as seen in this example. The same rules of size for a buying tail apply in the case of a selling tail. The longer the tail, the more significance it carries. The market will also frequently return to test these levels of unfair highs. The future presence of sellers at these levels will depend on developments in the market conditions. The market is continually changing, and that is why these levels are sure to be tested at some later date. When a single print appears at the top of the profile structure, it is described as a selling tail. When it is observed at the bottom of the profile chart, it is described as a buying tail. However, when it appears within the profile structure, it is described as a minus development or simply a single print, as can be seen in this example. Single prints are significant structural elements on a profile chart because they identify price levels where the long-term traders demonstrated either aggressive buying or selling behavior in the market. These aggressive levels of involvement provide us with insights about the sentiments of the long-term participants in the market. Furthermore, the price levels where this activity occurs eventually become reference levels as either support or resistance, based on the type of activity that was involved. In our example, this tail became a resistance level.